Peace, top of the morning to you. Welcome back to the Absolute Boss Collective. Today we're going to talk about options, specifically option Greeks. Before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I'm bringing new content to help you on your path to financial freedom. And without further ado, let's get into the option Greeks. For all of you who may not be familiar with options, let me give you a brief breakdown of what options do. An option is a contract which conveys its owner, the holder, the right, but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset at a specified strike price prior to or on a specified date. Basically, what an option does, it gives you the ability to control a stock for a specific amount of time for a specific price. Okay? As an example, we're going to use AutoZone. AutoZone, as of the 26th, was priced at $1,413.73. If you wanted to buy 100 shares of AutoZone, you would need to kick out $141,373. That's how much you would need for those 100 shares. Conversely, if you buy an option contract, you can control the movement of that stock price for $28.90 per share. All option contracts are for 100 shares, so you would only need to lay out $2,890, and you would be able to control that movement in AutoZone. The strike price that I quoted, which was $28.90, is the 1410 strike. So if AutoZone opened, or anytime during the point that you have this contract, if AutoZone went from 1410 to 1420, let's say, that option contract that you paid $28.90 for would rise in value for about $7. And you'd be able to sell that for about a $700 profit. Okay? So that's the beauty of options. Unfortunately, if you buy 100 shares of AutoZone, that's yours. Okay? The stock price can go up, they can go down. You still own those shares. You can hold them for a year. Okay? And you will still own those shares at whatever valuation the stock price was at. Conversely, with options, as time goes on, as you get closer and closer to that expiration date, the price is going to erode. Okay? Especially if you're not at the money, which means at the price that the strike price is for that option, or deep in the money. If you're buying calls, below the price of the strike would be in the money. If you're buying puts, above the current stock price would be in the money. Okay? So these options are controlled by what is frequently termed as the Greeks. Okay? And they are as follows: delta, gamma, theta, and vega. So each one of these things are affected, and they control or have an effect on the price of the option. So the delta is a measure of the change in an option's price. Okay, it tends to increase closer to expiration for near or at the money options. And delta can also change in reaction to implied volatility. Gamma measures the rate of changes in delta over time. Gamma is the smallest for deep out of the money and deep in the money options. It's highest when options get near the strike price. It's positive for long options and negative for short options. Then we have theta. Theta is the erosion of an option's value or price due to the passage of time. Typically highest for at-the-money options, since less time is needed to earn a profit. It increases sharply as time decay accelerates. Again, Vega measures the risk of changes in implied volatility or forward-looking expectations of volatility for a particular issue. Vega can increase or decrease without price change. Vega can increase in reaction to quick moves in the underlying asset. Vega falls as an option gets closer to expiration. Okay, I have to mention that theta can be high for out-of-the-money options if they carry a lot of volatility. Now, I know all of that, I got all my notes here. It's all Greek to me, okay? It's all Greek to me. Let me try to break it down for you. When I trade options, I pay the most attention to delta, okay? And to break it down simply for you, delta will move, like when you look at a breakdown on whatever particular option you're trading and you're looking at a breakdown of these Greeks, I put these on or enable them in my brokerage. So when I'm looking at a particular option, I can see this. So let's say for delta, every dollar that the stock moves up or down, depending if you got calls or puts, the option will either increase or decrease in value for whatever that number is. So if it's 50, that means for every dollar that the underlying stock moves, you'll earn 50 cents. Okay? So that's the number one Greek that I pay attention to. Another one that I've come to be more conscious of, and I would say the runner-up to delta for me is theta, okay? And a lot of times when we're in a sideways market, I'll just randomly blurt out theta gang, theta gang, theta gang, theta gang. What that means is theta, that's going to be the erosion of the price for every day that passes. So if I have an option that expires in 30 days and the theta on that option is 10 cents, every day, no matter where the strike price is or where the stock price is, I am going to lose 10 cents on that option. Okay? So in 10 days, I will lose $1 worth of value unless we have surpassed whatever strike price I selected, okay? If you have any questions about options, the Greeks, leave them in the comments below and I can go more in depth. I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview, okay? Options can help you in building a money-making machine. However, they're not stock. So you don't really own anything. You just own the right to buy it or sell it at a particular price, and you flip the option because you buy it at, you buy low and sell high. So you bought the option for $5, you sold it for $5.50, you're out. You're just making money on the movement of the option, okay? Just pay attention to those Greeks, man. Pay attention to those Greeks. I know, Lord Jamal said in his rhyme, ain't down with a frat, no, I ain't no Greek. A message from a black man is what you seek. So what I'm telling you, my message to you is to study those options if you wanna get some money in these markets and you don't have a whole lot of money to buy particular stocks. Okay? So I have some links below if you want to sign up with either Webull or Robinhood. Those links are below. You want to support the movement, I got my Patreon link below. There's a contest available on my page giving out $500 when we crack the 1,000 subscriber milestone. Okay, so I need all my new investors and traders and everything to get mobilized. Let's get out there. Let's spread the word. You know what I'm saying? So one of you guys could get paid. This is Absolute from the Absolute Boss Collective, letting you know, look, listen, and learn. Work, wait, and win. Peace.